Well, as you can see, not exactly a good day for spraying. Not really a good day for doing much around here at all. Can't even mow the lawn. But you can see the canola's taken off pretty nicely. And we're waiting on things to make some big changes around here. Just got a call this morning that the concrete crew is coming to build forms and probably pour concrete later this week. They delivered the rebar, was it Thursday or Friday? Today's Monday. And I got a call about 11 a.m. that, yeah, we're going to be here 5 hours-ish. So they should be here probably within half an hour. Unfortunately, we don't have the gravel ready for them because when they called us last week, they said they were hoping to be here late this week. So the first thing I did after getting that call this morning was try and get some gravel lined up. I said they can't do it today, but they will do it tomorrow. And I talked to the crews and they said that should work fine. So you can see we got a bunch of rebar. Got a good looking pad. Had 4 or 5 good rains on it. Less than ideal conditions to be doing concrete and, you know, a little bit of dirt work, forming, all that. But, you know, when it's wet, it's wet. And we got an inch and a bit of rain over the weekend, and we probably got another half an inch yesterday. And so we're just trying to, I wouldn't say dry things out because it might rain all day. It kind of looks like it's clearing off. But, yeah, I'm just trying to drain this puddle that wants to form. Something that we probably should have did a long time ago. But the guys got out here yesterday and they had nothing but good things to say about the pad I built, which is very pleasing. Maybe I hold myself to a higher standard, but they said no, this is great. It looks like they need to do he said the first 2 are pretty much going to be flat on the ground, you know, a tiny bit to level their forms and whatnot. And it looks like the back 2 are going to need, I think it's about 2 inches, then about probably not even 2 inches, it's just the one side more than anything, but about 4 inches, he said, and he'll make sure that they're all level straight across. So I was very concerned that they were going to show up and say, no, this isn't good enough, you need to do yada 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 yada. Well, the boys are working on pad number 2. Dad's grading dirt. It is kind of drying up a little. The sun hasn't came out, but I figured I'd rip this fence out of here. You can see a couple of power stakes. I don't know if you can see the one way over there. That's kind of the path it's going to take, so I want to rip this fence out for him so that he can trench. Actually, there's another one on the fence line just here, so they're going to cross this fence line and then trench to the corner and kind of go around, and then there's a far pole over there, right there. That's going to get anchored, and that's going to be where it goes to the ground. So I'm going to rip this 150-ish feet out, spool it up nice, and that can help me rip out posts. Well, so far I'm super impressed with these concrete guys. They move fast. Yeah, he told me that, you know, they booked a little extra time on this one because it looked like it was going to rain. We actually got drier as the day went on, and once we got the gravel coming in, things were moving along nicely. So they decided to move up their concrete pour time to 1 o'clock tomorrow. So hopefully we get to video that. end of day one. They actually got here last night, but all we did was make a few string lines and mark a couple things. And he said they're a day ahead. So they've got, let's take a look here. Things went very smooth. So this one's pretty much ready. Oh, it still needs the, I think they called it the matting. So the rebar grid on top. And to put the form on the outside. This guy needs the rings. And then the matting and the form and that center post thing. But he said they moved up the concrete to come tomorrow at noon for the first two. This one and that one. And then I think he said Thursday afternoon he's planning for the other two. So they're coming. Sounds like 6 a.m. they'll be out here. Get a good start on the day, get ahead. The way they're talking, they expect to have forms and rebar on in really good time, to the point that they're going to start staking out and building up the next one. We got a good amount of gravel on site now. So yeah, we're clipping along pretty good. The only thing I'm really worried about, and he said he's sure the guy won't have much of a problem with it, is the overhead line and when we get the pumper in. But a little bit of a hiccup here. Hopefully it's not a major situation, but we got our first two loads of concrete showed up. We don't have a pumper yet, so I'm not sure if they can dump directly into the forms to start or what. So it sounds like the pumper got pulled over by the DOT. They did a roadside check on him. Yeah, I don't know if that's, I've never had a run-in with the DOT since I was in high school. I think they call it a level 1 or whatever that they did. I don't know. Anyways, he was on their side of the road for 15-20 minutes and then said, yeah, you're good to go. So should be here any minute. Guys aren't worried about anything. The only thing I'm worried about is getting the pumper into where he needs to be because of the ground condition and that overhead line right there. Well, the good news is the ground's firmed up a lot. That's a big unit. Well, I had to clean out the yard. We got a lot going on. They're still building bins over there, or the pads. The bins themselves are supposed to be showing up any minute now, in 5 minutes. Both trucks with bins spent the night at the co-op in town. And we got rain overnight. Probably had more rain at this point in the season than we did all of last year. So I'm not terribly upset. It's just mildly inconvenient. But yeah, it's kind of greasy around here. We're hoping we can put the semi kind of in the middle here and just unload and park stuff around, and then we'll move stuff around afterwards, I think. But we got 2 tractors, or a zoom boom and a tractor with forks to be unloading stuff. And they've asked us to be able to put the tiers, like the sidewalls, inside. All right, we got the first truck unloaded. We got everything all mucked up real nice. Let's take a look at what we got. I'm guessing they sent 2 bins together, but it could, I don't see anything that isn't a pair. So I kind of doubt there'd be something missing on one and not the other, but it could happen. They'll probably need these first. Well, they'll probably need over there first, but we'll get things organized for them once we have the second truck here. It should be any minute. We got some roof panels. We got floor panels. We've got underbin, or sorry, yeah, we do have the underbin trough, and then the sweep auger. And some upper stiffener rings, a whole bunch of hardware, bolt up. What else is in here? Those, they wouldn't be floor. No. Oh, those are the external stiffener stuff. Footing links, I don't know what they're called. Under here, I don't know. Oh, it's got my name on it. That's nice. It's got part numbers. That's nice. Here, this looks like the new style of floor, which I like, because they used to have a bunch of little goofy brackets and they'd fall over and whatnot. So that looks a lot better. We got our mushroom vents and a couple of motors and a couple big motors. Those must be stairs. It looks like a ladder. I thought I had stairs on these. That doesn't look like... Something's up there. Maybe I did get a ladder. Okay, we got our fans. And some stiffeners. Big old bin lid. Bin doors. And what else? Oh, these are ducts for the aeration. So I just checked my quote. It's actually internal ladder, external stairs. So that's good. I was worried for a second. The only thing I haven't seen is the stairs. And that makes me think that probably in that box. These came tarped. This is the wall panels. And by the look of it, the anchor ring. They asked that we keep them inside. They showed up tarped up. Sounds like if they get water in between them, they just get stained. Well, they're done. The forms were on those two this morning. Pads were mostly built. Well, this one was fully built, minimal rebar. This one was partially built, no rebar. They got both of those done today and formed and poured in a day. Unfortunately, we had that blast of rain at like midnight last night, and this one took a tiny bit of damage. You can see it kind of washed the top a little bit, which is fine. That one looks good aside from a couple small minor defects, but that's going to be under the floor anyways. So I'm not worried about it. I like how they put a little angle on the corner just to help the rain drip. I'm very excited.